All right, guys. Hey, my name is Dr. Sharnael Wolverton Sehan. For those of you who are just watching this on video, hi to you. And I know there's a few people who were not able to make it because of different family functions and things like that with summer and blah, 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 blah. So hi to everybody. I appreciate you taking a few minutes. I'm not going to make this super, super long, but I do want to explain a few things going on because I know with a lot of stuff with the economy, gas, groceries, I don't know. Are you guys feeling it? Because I know we are. So any little bit of help and support that we can give to ourselves financially while doing something that we actually really love doing, at least I love doing, that's a win-win for me. And it's a win for the people that you're helping. So I know there's a few things going on in June that we'll talk about too, but just on a whole, I want to give some ideas about just how to share and how to build your business and different ways that you can see that. I don't know are you guys familiar with the actual, have you guys ever signed up people? Do you know what's going on with the comp plan and everything? But okay, ish. Um, so there have been some changes, I guess about a year ago with the comp plan that make it like a lot more beneficial for people to actually make a lot of money, or at least I think it's way more than we were making before when we signed people up and we're actually the enrollers of people. Used to you got $25 every time you signed someone up, and then you got 8% of what their PV is. So if you did $100 order, you got a $25 bonus as being enroller. And then if you put them on your front line, you got $8 of that because you get 100 for 100 PV, you get 8% of everyone that's on your front line. They've changed it now to if you sign someone up and they do just a kit, which is 100 PV, you get 50% of that. So you get $50 every time you sign someone up with a kit, plus you get a $25 sign-on bonus, which is $75. So just signing up one person, you get $75. Plus, when you place them on your front line, you get 8% of that. So 8% of 100 is another $8. So 75, let's see, I'm just doing the math here. 75 plus 8, you basically get $83 every time you sign someone up if they just get a kit. That's insane. Considering they're spending $160 for a kit, you get $83 of that. Not to mention, if they order, then in month 2, you get 25% of their order. And if they order in month 3, you also get 25% of that order. So I wanted to offer anybody who, okay, so if you add up $83 times 3, if you just sign up 3 people, that's $250 a month. Just signing up 3 people. We're going to talk about how to sign up those 3 people in the first place, but also wanted to add, every time you sign someone up, I want to offer you guys the opportunity to give them, any new person that you sign up, a free biofeedback scan from me remotely and a consultation. Now, what does this do for you and for your people that you're signing up? It gives them an opportunity to connect with me, which, you know, I'm not saying I'm anything, but I'm just saying the biofeedback scan it's worth $222 normally. So that is an incentive for you to help someone when you're signing someone up and going, hey, you know, it's $160 for you to get the kit. But if you get this kit, you're going to get a $222 scan, customized frequencies, 30 reports on what's going on, and a free consultation with a naturopath who's been doing this for 15 years. If you're not familiar with biofeedback, I know Corey's done one, definitely Renee has. Melissa, have you had one before? Okay, cool. So the way I explain it is basically we get a evox voice message with the person. We do the scan of their actual field, and then I can determine kind of what any underlying issues are, and not only customize some frequencies to send back to the person, but I'm going to put them on a plan for at least 1 to 2 months of different protocols based on what I find, because you can do biofeedback on someone, and the normal practitioner that does biofeedback, you're going to have to do at least 10 to 20 scans to see any needle move. But if I can work with the person to give them some things to anchor in on what they're doing, that will hold the frequencies that we're sending them. And I don't recommend anything to anyone unless it's a Young Living product. So if they need vitamin B, if they need grounding, if they need supplements for adrenals or hormones or brain or whatever, I'm going to offer suggestions to order and tell them to go back to you and say, hey, you could show them how to make their second order or do whatever to log in and get that ball rolling. I'm going to tell them that they need to be on that protocol at least 2 to 3 months, because that's how long it really takes to kind of get your body synthesized, not only to the frequencies, but to some sort of program to see results. So it works really hand in hand to have somebody, really taking the guesswork out of what's going on with someone. A lot of times people don't realize what's going on with them, and they're just kind of shot in the dark going to doctors and doing the whole game of physicians and playing the merry-go-round of going to doctor to doctor to doctor. If I can do biofeedback on someone, I can find out what the underlying issue is, whether it's parasites or fungus, or maybe a gut issue or some allergy stuff, and I can clear allergies. That's an easy thing. Well, all of this stuff is easy once we know what's going on. And so that's going to help your people that you sign up get on some sort of program, at least for 2 months, and hopefully they'll keep going. So they'll do like loyalty, because they're going to see that when they add these products to their life, just as you guys have had differences. We know that this is not about oils. This is about a life. This is a total lifestyle. So we're going to get their cleaning supplies, which the biofeedback will scan. If these people are having, like, if they're using bleaches and Febreze and detergent that's like affecting their cells, that's going to show up. If they're having hormone issues, maybe they need to do like Thiamin, or they might need vitamin D or vitamin C or B vitamins for their adrenals. That is not something that is an overnight fix with one scan. That is an implement of a lifestyle. And so what that means to you is you're going to have friends that are going to feel better faster. And you're going to have people that are going to be ongoing ordering, because there are some staples that are really needed and required for at least a little bit of time before their body can get back into balance again. So that's one thing that I was just explaining. Just, I don't know if people even knew that I was offering that, but if you've had the scan before, if it's been in the last year, probably not. But if you have people on your team currently who haven't been scanned in like 6 months to a year, I'm happy to do a redo as well. It does cost me money to do a scan just because of the software. But I'm willing to do that to help you guys to build your team and to actually start a team, depending on where you are. How many people do you guys have on your team right now? Not yet. Corey?
None.
Okay.
None.
Okay. I know my mom has some. And Renee, how many?
I just have one now.
Okay. So that is something that I would like to offer you guys and anybody who watches the recording later, as ways that we can get people kind of like some incentives. I also want to remind you that when you're talking about getting someone signed up and you mentioned the $160, I want you to remind them that what they're getting for that $160, not just the $222 scan and the frequencies, they're getting $250 worth of essential oils. If they were to buy each individual oil retail, it comes out to be $250. They're also getting a $98 diffuser, completely free. So, those are things to make sure to add into the conversation, because if someone told me, hey, it's $160 plus tax and shipping, and you're going to get whatever, however many oils, they don't necessarily know what that means in their life. They don't know what the value is without you explaining. If someone tells me this car is $50,000, I'm going to go like, oh, okay, $50,000. But if you tell me that the seats are gold and this is, that's an investment that I would be like, I'm going to figure out how to get $50,000 because I know the gold alone is worth a lot, right? So once people know, hey, you're getting a $98 diffuser, you're getting $250 worth of oils. You're also getting a $222 biofeedback scan, frequencies, reports, and consultation. And you can tell them you're also getting let into a group that's private that has over 140 training videos in there. So you're not just sitting there with a box of oils trying to figure shit out. Like, because that's for me, and I know Corey, you're huge on this, is like training and education. It's like you don't want to just have a box of oils and like be stuck. Like I was when I got mine, I was like, I don't know what to do with this stuff. Like it was very confusing for me. I would definitely suggest people get a reference guide, but if they don't, I always tell people once they're in, I add them to the university, I tag them in the university, and I tell them, watch a video 1 through 3, and then get back with me. Because 1 through 3, there's very, very short videos that basically explain how to use their kit, like what oil, like how to use lavender, how to use frankincense, how to use thieves, like the basics. Also, it goes into what is essential rewards or now loyalty, so they know how to save money and use points. And then the third one explains how to share and how they can get money back for the investment that they just made. Because 100% of most of the people, well, I say 99.9% of everyone I sign up says, oh, I don't want to do the business. So don't talk to me about business. I just want the oils. And that's totally fine. And I'm like, hey, no problem. Most people who go to Sam's don't want a job at Sam's. They just want to get the discount. Okay, so look at it like this is an Amazon discount, this is a Sam's discount, this is a Costco discount. You do not have to do this as a job. This is only for you. Oh my gosh. Hold on, let me turn that off. Sorry, my Roomba just went off. Like it might be a little competition there with the voice. Oh wait, let me add my mom. Okay. Most people that I sign up do not want to do it as a business, and that's totally fine. 98% of the people on my downline are only in it for their family and for themselves. Totally fine. It still helps them and it helps you guys. So that's not a bad thing. Um, the I always tell them, this is like Sam's or Costco only because people understand Sam's and Costco. They get that this is not a job to go to Costco. They just go when they want to. I explained to them, you don't have to, they're not going to come knocking on your door and go like, hey, you haven't been shopping here in over a week. What's your problem? Come back. You're on your own after you get your membership. The difference between Costco and Sam's is when that year is over, your discount is over unless you go back in, take another picture and pay your, what, I think it's 100 and something, depending on what kind of membership you have. With Young Living, you get the discount. And then when your membership starts to come up at the end of the year, you only have to make a $50 order to keep your membership. You don't have to you don't have to pay something in the air. Like when you go to Sam's and get your membership, you don't get anything except for a card. You just get a little card that says, hey, you're a member, and your little cute picture on it. When you go to Young Living to get your membership, you when you're reactivating, you pay $50, you get stuff for it, and that gives you a whole nother year. By the way, that $160 that I was talking about, where you get the $250 oils, the $222 scan biofeedback frequencies and consultation, you get the video training that I talked to you about, you get the $98 diffuser, you also get a $50 membership. That membership gives you the wholesale prices. So suddenly that $160 doesn't sound like a whole bunch once you explain what are you getting for that 160. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that's a no-brainer. After you get all of that, I mean, my membership on my website, I charge per class. All of those 140 classes, that liver cleanse alone, I charge $77. You guys get it free as my members. You know what I'm saying? So all of those classes are an average of $50 to $70. Some of them are up to 111. You guys get them all free. So that is a major bonus to get that kind of training, in addition to all the other stuff. So I just want to make sure that when people are presenting the offer, that you guys are really presenting all the things that you're getting. Otherwise, people can look at that 160 and go, oh no, thanks. That's cool. I'm good. When they don't really realize that there are gold seats involved, and that this is an investment. I always say that the membership kit is like an emergency preparation kit that every single family should have. That premium kit has digize. I never go anywhere without digize. Yes. Peppermint. I never go anywhere without peppermint. Always have peppermint, always have lavender, always have lemon. The things that are in that kit, thieves, who doesn't go anywhere without thieves? Like, I have a little tiny bag. I keep it in my purse. When I travel, I have a bigger one, but those are the staples. And that's why they set that kit together, is because it literally is a prep emergency. Like, every house should have this, because this is medicine for every home that every single person should have. If they don't have it, explain to them why. There are people, especially with the way things are in the world, we don't know what's going on. This is a time where people need to be prepping. They need to be growing their own food. They need to have a medicine cabinet. They need to have some staples like vitamin D and vitamin C and things like that in their home ready. Inner defense. I have 6 or 7 bottles of inner defense in my home at all times, because I don't use antibiotics. And you don't want to have to figure out how to get to a doctor and do all the things if there's no doctor to go to, if there's things going on. So inner defense is something, there's a lot of the things that we have through the company that I keep in my home at all times for the necessary things. I know Corey just had a tooth thing. I always have thieves. Do you know how many people that I've helped not have a root canal or a cavity filled or whatever situation because of thieves alone, mouthwash, or the actual thieves? You know how much time you save not going to a doctor, or not having to pay all the stuff or not have to sit in an emergency room and or a waiting room to just to go home with some other thing that you picked up by sitting around actual sick people who have other things that you don't want to get. So this kit is amazing. If someone has already been in Young Living and they've been sitting out, you can still reactivate. There are so many people who have gotten out who it's time for them to get back in. They don't have to get in with the premium kit. They can get in with the thieves kit. They can get in. I don't know, there's like 16 different sign up kits now. I don't know, not really, probably 8 or something. There's a lot of really cool ones to help. What's that?
Oh, I was just agreeing. There's like a lot more than even whenever I signed up a few years ago.
Yeah, so they're not forced, like they might be like, oh, I got a ton of oils. I don't really I don't need any more oils. Okay, well, get your thieves kit, get a raindrop kit, get a feelings kit, get some supplements. You can reactivate with a lot of things. They do have to call in to get a reactivation. They do have to do a minimum $50 PV. If it's been more than 2 years, they do have to start over with some sort of kit to get in. So again, a minimum 3 people, and there's lots of reasons why people should want to get back in, and you're going to give them incentives. I promise you, there are other teams in Young Living that don't offer what we're offering. They don't have a Facebook group. They don't have a naturopath that's giving free scans that are far away and helping explain, what their underlying conditions are so we can get them back on track. Now let's talk about how can we actually get these people to even find people to sign up. Okay. Number one, be a product of the product. What does that mean? When Marcella Von Harding came over to my house or Stacy Kimbrell came over to my house, one of the first things they did is they literally went under my sink and in my bathrooms and pulled out every single thing that was toxic. And I had a lot because I was not a naturopath then. I had just got in Young Living. I had no idea how bad and harmful this stuff was to your cells. So I cleaned with Pine Sol, with bleach, with regular Tide and detergent. My husband used to work for P&E and he left because that's Procter and Gamble. I mean, not P&E, P&G. Which is up in LA, Melissa, you're familiar. They used to have to bring him in every 6 weeks and poke him with different chemicals that he was exposed to just working in IT up there, not even being like around all the stuff really. He was just helping the machines to work and to make sure that he did not have a reaction. And of course he had a reaction like every time. Now, depending on what the reaction was, they would let him do whatever he had to do. But there was always some sort of reaction. If it was really big, then he couldn't do this, and this. But most people are going to be exposed to these chemicals. And one time, this is our final of why I was like, you have to quit this job. I'm sorry, I don't care how much money you're making. But the Tide little balls or whatever, those ones that they were doing the thing where people were eating them and stuff. The I don't the machine, I don't know what you call it, collaborate what do you call that thing where it like sends them out or whatever. I'm blanking. I need MindWise. But anyway, the machine broke, so he went down there and it was like popping the Tide like off the trays as they were going through for different colors and they were spraying different things on them. Brian, like all he did, and by the way, he was in like a full suit, like astronaut suit with gloves, and for anyone be in that facility, they had to dress like that. And he just like went over, he didn't have his gloves on, he went over and picked it up. And they immediately sent him into this room. He had to like completely get no clothes, shower him down, like all kinds of weird stuff. And then they started giving him like vitamin C and all this stuff to like make up for him touching it just with his hands. How often do we just touch these things and put them in our dishwasher? Like what in the world is on this stuff that people can't touch? So it's poison, literally. And they know that. And then they put it in a little box and they send it off to everybody to like freely touch all day long, but they won't let their own employees touch it. So, and they would give us so much stuff. They would give us truckloads. All the employees that worked there would get like free detergent, free like dishwashers, like all the stuff 3 or 4 times a year. Anyone could just drive up and they would put all the stuff in his truck to send home. We didn't take the stuff because we didn't want any of this stuff. But eventually, like I said, I'm like, dude, this is not our brand. I don't want you to work there anymore. I don't want you to get sick. I want you to have a lifelong, life with me. Lee's trying to get in. So So anyway, be a product of your product. Like if I walked into any of you guys' bathrooms right now, or your kitchen or your laundry room, would I see that you have Young Living stuff? Would you
Yeah.
have it, would you have it out? Would you have like your detergent out? Would you have your diffusers out? Would you have, what kind of shampoo do you have in your bathrooms? What kind of soaps do you have? Like, where are your cleaning supplies? And Renee, you've been to my house, and it's a mess right now, and you've been in my clinic. Renee works at my clinic. We have thieves everywhere. We have diffusers everywhere. We have stuff everywhere. Everyone knows that I am a product of the product. And that is one way that for people to walk in and go, oh, hey, what's that? What is this for? Or when you mention it, at least they know that you're actually using it. Another thing is swag. Swag is a big deal. Whether it, oh, mom, I can hear dad.
Congratulations.
Oh, that's good.
I don't know how, I think that's mom, or it could be Lee. Lee, can you mute? I'm just muting you. Never mind, it's not you, mom. I think that was Lee. Swag, a Young Living shirt, a Young Living water bottle, Young Living bag, backpack. I know Renee has all the things. I don't know about you guys, but wearing that stuff, I have shirts, I have hats, I have all the things, bags, umbrellas. And when I go out and I have that stuff on, 100% of the time, someone will go, oh, Young Living, I've heard of that. Or, oh, Young Living, I used to do that. And then it starts a conversation for me to go, oh, you used to, you're not doing it anymore. How come? And then they'll go, oh, this or that, or I didn't like my upline, or I just forgot, or blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh, well, how are you taking care of your family now? What are you doing? Are you, blah, 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 blah. It just starts a conversation. It literally does. I've had veterinarians ask me when I brought my dogs in. I've had people sitting in the vet clinic or the shelter and have said like, oh, well, you do Young Living? I do Young Living. Oh, yeah, yeah. It's like, oh, okay. Are you a member? No, I'm not a member. I just got it on Amazon. Well, guess what? If you got it on Amazon, that is not the same thing of getting it in actual, like from you. Because number one, they're not getting any of the benefits from Amazon. And number two, we tested a lot of the things that came from Amazon and they are reproduced. People use our bottles and then they reformulate them. In other words, they take a frankincense, they have the bottles, they put a little frankincense in all the bottles, they put propylene glycol or some filler in it, and then they reseal the caps and they resell that stuff. And that's not just on Amazon, but it's on eBay, it's on all the things. That's why there's a whole group of people, lawyers, that are only in charge of trying to find everybody on Amazon and eBay and all the places to make sure they will not sell there, because we had people who were getting major problems, eyebrows, hair coming out, eyebrows reactions, and then they were contacting Young Living and wanting to do a lawsuit. And we would say, well, where did you buy it? And they'd say Amazon every time, or eBay every time. It's like, okay, guess what? We're not liable if you buy it from there. That's not even us, because people were contaminating it. And, so anyone who sells out there through those vehicles, we're constantly going after them and making them take their stuff down, because they're not supposed to be selling there. They're not supposed to be allowed to sell it. So we are not allowed to sell retail or give away our discount or share our discount with anybody. People are supposed to only come on as members and have their own account. I cannot work at the Gap and then tell everybody, hey, I work at the Gap. If anyone wants the discount, just call me and I'm going in tomorrow and I'll buy whatever you want and you just pay me on the side. Not allowed to do that. People are supposed to get their own accounts and order from themselves, and you cannot share your discount with someone else. And that's in the contract that you signed. So number one, be a product of the product. Number two, swag. And number three, let's talk about social media. Posting consistently is important. Ways that you can get more followers are go out and actually engage and talk on other people's things. You could do like a hashtag and find people who are interested in holistic stuff or whatever, and then comment on their stuff. Like I usually do 3 per person 5 times a day. I'll go find people that are not my friends and or are my friends, but maybe we don't really engage. And then I'll go engage on on 3 of their posts. And then they'll see that in the notifications and they'll go, who's Melissa? Why does she keep like sending encouraging things? Or who's Corey? She just said that I'm beautiful. And then you see that 3 times and they're like, oh, what's Corey talking about? Who's this chick that's talking to me? You go back and they'll see that you have some educational post about what Thieves does or what vitamin D does or what Cortistop does or whatever. And they're like, oh, I'm intrigued. You know what? Oh, I have chronic fatigue or I have this cancel clear. And they want to know more and they keep following you. And I've had some people who followed me for 6 months to 18 months before they jumped, because some people just like take a while and they want to see that you're consistent. And some people who just jump right away. There's 2 different, groups of people. So my encouragement to you would be consistent. I don't do like post, like everything Young Living, because if I'm like sell, that's annoying to me. I don't like following anybody who's just constantly whatever. I like do a little bit something personal, a little bit of something about my family or my dog or what I'm doing today. I might post some funny memes. I might post some educational stuff about other things or what's going on in the news or whatever. And then I'm going to do a post. So I'll probably maybe every 3rd or 4th post, I'm going to post something educational, but I'm going to sandwich that in with like something personal. Because I will tell you, there are a lot of people in Young Living, but people don't sign up with you because you have Young Living. People sign up with you because you're you, because they like you, because they're following you. So they want to know about you. I mean, think about it. I don't know if this is how you work, but statistically, marketing, the way it works is like, I am not a sports person at all, not into it. My husband is. And I don't, but I'll tell you what, like if I see something about, I don't know, pick a guy, whoever out there, and I hear all about his family and I hear, oh, he just got married. And, oh, he's going to have a baby now. And like, I hear like personal things about the person. I start to actually like the guy and I'm like, oh yeah, I like him. Like Mike Tyson. I know, love him or hate him. I have followed the guy since like college, and something about him, it's like, okay, it's personal now, different boxers or different baseball players or whatever. Like, I don't like going to watch baseball, but if it's like people from, like kids that I know, I'll go watch that because it's like I'm rooting for them on a personal level. It's nothing to do with the fact that, whatever. I've shared this story too about one time I was looking for a very specific kind of sapphire ring. My birthday is in September. Montana is where I'm from, and there's a Montana sapphire is what it's called. I went up there and I had like researched a couple places to find this very specific Montana sapphire. And there were 3 or 4 stores that had it. I went to one, I walked in, it was exactly what I wanted, like literally exactly. And I was like, something told me, just wait, and go to this other place, because the other place I wanted to just see what they had too. I go to the other place, I walk in, they were so sweet. Oh my God, sweetest couple ever. They were like, oh, you're from Louisiana, we've been there before, and talked to me. Their kids came in, they were homeschooled, and they had come in from like this little group where they all got a homeschool thing. They came home. I mean, they came into the business, and they were like talking to their parents, and their parents introduced me to their kids. Next thing you know, they were like, well, how long are you in town? Maybe we can go have dinner or something. They're showing me this ring, but they're still like talking to me. They come pull out this book about what the Montana sapphire is, the history of it, la, la, la. I fell in love with these people. I'm like, oh my God. Well, they had the ring and it wasn't exactly what I wanted. And it cost like 20% more. And I was just like, I kept thinking about the other ring that was exactly what I wanted. It was 25% less. And I told my husband, I'm like, I got to think about it, because I kind of want to buy from these people. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of just want to. So I go home and I thought about it, and you know what? I muscle tested and it said to go to get it from these people. And I did. And we are still friends to this day, like 10 years later, they check in on me.
Oh,
So people
that's
buy from people that like you. They don't care about like if everyone in the world is doing Young Living. They care about who you are and your ability to connect with them, your personality, how much you're going to help and serve them. These people went out of their way to love on me, to connect with me. They invited me to dinner. I mean, like we were literally, I ended up being so close friends with the daughter of this owner that every time I went to Montana, she literally gave me a key to her house, and whether she was there or not, I could go stay there. And my husband and I stayed at their house like, I don't know, 5 or 10 times. So like we did a marathon together. Like, I mean, you guys, you don't know the friendships you're gonna get out of this. And by the way, they ended up buying Young Living from me. And there was an exchange, you know, I got to help her dad, who we helped her dad with cancer. And he actually just passed like 4 years later after we cleared cancer. But he had he ended up having a heart attack. But these relationships that you will get out of like serving and loving on people, um, it's huge. And again, posting personal things, going back to posting and being consistent, share some things about yourself. Share what you're doing today. Share some recipes. Share if you're cooking. What are you doing this Sunday? What are you doing this weekend? Ask questions. I like doing polls. I like asking and saying like, you know, what movie are you going to this week? Or what's some good Netflix stuff? You know, those are some ways where you can get more followers and more conversation and actually engage. I love the people who are on like my groups and stuff. I love like contacting and talking to people. I love that engagement. And people are like, oh my gosh, Corey responded to me. Like if they comment, I comment back. And they're surprised that they come back and they keep coming. And then they may tell their friends like, hey, Melissa's got a really cool page, or Renee's got a cool page, you know, and they keep coming and they share. So be consistent. I would weave in like selling, and I say selling, meaning you might do like a product spotlight on vitamin B and all the benefits of it, or Idaho blue spruce, or some personal thing that happened to you because you used Trauma Life, or like Corey with your thing with your tooth, you know, or whatever. It's like, or Digest or whatever, you know, like share your experiences. Testimonies are fair game. We can post testimonies. That's not against the rules.
okay.
Um,
One of the biggest questions that I've had so far was where is the line drawn as far as medical and treatment and cure and, you know, all of that stuff so you don't get in trouble?
I usually, if I'm going to post about a product, I will literally go to Young Living's site and I will share what they have.
Okay.
So if it's like a vitamin D, I will go to look, what did they say? I copy and paste it. I find a cool graphic. You can just go to like vitamin D, Young Living, or whatever, or a chewable vitamin C, Google Images, find a cool image, make sure it doesn't say someone else's name on it, because I have actually made that mistake twice. I posted something that had a little website thing at the bottom, and then someone bought it, came back to me, and they were like, oh, I bought this, you know, da 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 da. And I'm like, oh, I don't see in my downline. And they're like, oh, I went to the website that was on the graphic. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So don't, you know, just, or find graphics in the group. If you go into the search bar in Team Swiftfire and just type in Super Bee or Cortistop or Northern Lights or whatever, there's a lot of images and facts that'll come up in there that you can use and copy and share. So you're not trying to recreate the wheel. You don't have to you don't have to come up with content. It's easy just to take it right from Young Living's website. If you find the product, just hit more or details underneath and it'll literally tell you everything. And all of that, I guarantee you, will be compliant because they did it. So we can just copy that. The last thing I will share is classes. You could do online classes, you could do in-person classes, even, and I say a class, it could just be you in a private group by yourself, and then you just leave it there. even if it's just you showing up, it's still there. It's content that you have that can be in that group or wherever. If you guys personally do post, I don't mind sharing it for you because you guys are on my team and that helps me. So I don't mind helping you guys get going by just sharing, and maybe you'll get some more followers that way too. But yeah, any kind of classes on, just the basic kit. That's really the best class ever. It's like, hey, I just want to invite you. I'm going to have this at my house. We're going to talk about the importance of aromatherapy and how it can help your family. Or you could do a raindrop demo, go get the DVD, do it on your friend, invite people over and just teach them and train them how to do a raindrop. You could do something on the kit. You could do something on the feelings kit. You could do something on the golden, whatever, the golden, what is it? The golden, I'm losing it. The golden something ticket. The one for immunity, maybe in the winter or something. You could do one on cleaning supplies. You could do one on supplements. I have done little classes just on supplements, and then I just gathered all of my favorite ones that I use every day, put them in a box, and then invited people over and explained why. And I literally just took everything off Young Living's website. I had some notes, and I just pulled it up and just said, hey, this is this, and this is why I use it. This is this, and this is why I use it. This is this, and this is why I use it. Same thing with the kit, the premium kit. Literally, you could just look at your reference guide, make notes on everyone, pass around the oil. Here's lavender, everybody smell it. And then I usually say, hey, does anyone have any testimonies? And then they talk about testimonies, and then go to the next one, lemon. Has anyone used lemon before? Sure. What do you use it for? What do I use it for? Everyone shares about it. Everyone passes it around. You can talk about how 20% more statistically better test scores with lemon. You can talk about how people used to have acid reflux, but they just started putting lemon in their water, and they don't have to have any those Tums anymore, which are really bad for you, by the way, like extremely bad for you. For all the reasons. But anyway, those are the main things. Is number one, explain what comes in the kit. What are the things that come in the kit? You want to say it back to me? $250 worth of oils, $98 diffuser, all the training, $222 consultation with the scan, with the frequencies and the reports. For only $165. Not a bad deal. Number two, be a product of the product. Number three, swag. And number four, post. And number five, classes of some kind. Any questions?
With the raindrop technique, don't you have to be certified to be able to do it?
No,
I mean, I got the reference guide and everything.
you do not
I've
have,
never tried it on anyone.
no,
Okay.
no rules. No rules on that at all.
Okay.
I personally, that is one of my favorite classes. I've attended, I think, 13 certifications and or hosted them. And I enjoy allowing people to, I won't hire anyone that hasn't went through it. Only because of the immense amount of like amazing material, and you get 28 hours of CEUs. You learn about the chemistry 1 and 2. You learn about how to do it. You do it on someone else. Someone does it on you. You're actually hands-on physically doing it on people. So you have the like the kinetic connection to it, where it's not just like book knowledge, but you do it on people and someone watches you. Renee just did it. She knows, like, to help learn how to do it. For me, I learn better kinetically. I'm not great on audible. I'm very good on, like, if it's seen, if I see it on paper, and then kinetically do it. That's how I learn. You also learn healing oils of the Bible. There's great information in those if you can get to it, but there are no rules on you having to be certified unless you're going to go work for like a massage clinic or something. They may have their own rules, but you personally, you can go out, you can get the DVD, and you can say, hey, I'm doing raindrops on people. I'm gonna charge $75 for the first 10 people because I'm practicing on people. And eventually I would go up to like $130 if they are not, if you're using your own oils. And that's that number I come up with in Louisiana. I don't know where it is with you, but you want to take whatever the average 1 hour massage is where you live in Houston or wherever, call around and go, how much is it the average to do a massage? And then add $30 because you're going to use $25 to $30 worth of oils. And then you want to charge for your time. You're going to get a raindrop. You're going to get a, raindrop kit will go about 5 raindrops. So I always encourage people, that I'm working on, get a raindrop kit. If you can get them to get a raindrop kit, then I give them a discount and I only charge 100. Right? So that gets them in, they sign up, they get the free consultation, they get all the stuff, they find out what's going on with them. We can get them on some sort of program of what they can do for themselves and their family. And by the way, if they don't want the consultation, someone in their family can have it. Like if it's a mom who signs up with you guys, but their kid is kind of sick or their husband, I don't mind doing it with someone in their family, in your family. But I know, Melissa, I know people who have built their entire downline on just doing raindrops with people. Just letting people know, hey, I do raindrops. If you're interested in getting a raindrop, let me know. This is how much I charge. I always say, asking donation, unless you're like legit, like working at a massage place or something. But yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, because I've been afraid to even move forward because like Linda is my upline. Linda Deaton.
Oh, cool.
And so our Young Living account is under my husband's name. But we've been busy as a social worker, we've got all these different things where you've got all these restrictions and all the stuff.
Yep.
So if when doing Young Living, I don't want it to be thought that I'm doing Young Living as a social worker.
Gotcha.
The state of Louisiana has a lot of rules and regulations regarding social workers, what we can and cannot do, especially for clients. So, sometimes I get a little squeamish and skittish about when we talk about holistic living and everything like that, because I always want to recommend that to those that I see in my practice, but I can't. And even if I did, like they can't be my client, but I can refer them to somebody else within the the upline or downline or whatever. They just can't be my client because we can't have dual relationships in that way, and we cannot sell or conduct any business with any person that are receiving social work services. And so our boards are real strict about that. So it kind of like made me like think, well, should I even pursue some of this stuff? Because the way I meet people a lot of the time is in a client session. Now, after they're done with therapy, you can approach them after the fact, but you still have to wait a while before you do that because it can be still deemed that as a
Conflict.
social worker,
Yeah.
I'm influencing them in some way that's not appropriate. You know what I'm saying?
Totally, yeah. And you know what? If you've ever emotional release would be a good thing for you to learn as well. Like just and if you go in the group and just type in aroma freedom technique or emotional release, we have demos in there in the university.
Now, I don't know if I don't know if me or my husband is in the university group. I know I'm in something that you
If you're
have.
in Team Swiftfire, just go and search
Okay.
and type in university and it'll come up. It used to be pinned at the top, but I don't think they pin anymore. So I don't think you can have a pin, but just type in university and you'll see it. And there's like all the videos right there. They're just one all in a row.
Okay. And one more question I have for the DVD for the raindrop, can I just purchase that from Young Living or is that in your university also?
There is a demo. There's a free demo in the university.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to be checking that out over the next couple of months because I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. Like social work, I love it. I love what we do. It's so you deal so much with trauma, and everybody's got trauma. I don't care who you are. You've
Yes.
experienced it at some level. And so the work is getting harder. And I'm trying to figure out what is going to be better for my clients. These long drawn out sessions where you have
Yeah.
months and months and months of counseling,
Or something
or
fast. Boom.
something that's better, that is better suited for the client. And that is, it's still a best practice opportunity for them,
Well, and my biofeedback will pick up on whatever trauma is going on with them too. And I could say, hey, you're dealing with this, and this. And I never ever ask anybody to tell me like what's going on with you up front. I always do the scan first, and then I tell you what's going on. And everyone's like, oh my God, how did you know that? And I'm like, technology, dude. I mean, people believe when they've had it because proof is in the pudding. And then that gives you credibility because you're working with someone that can help. We can help people. I am helping people. You are helping people. And you're right. If I know Lee and Renee both do raindrop, and I don't know how long Lee's been doing it. Renee is definitely in my well, both of them are in my office, so they work at the wellness center. Renee, I've actually seen her work with patients, and we're seeing people get help. And it affects the bioscan too. You could see before and after if you've done a raindrop and then you have a bioscan versus if you just have a bioscan, there's a big difference because the oils are working. It goes into the spinal fluid and goes throughout the limbic system and the whole body, and or goes into the cells on a cellular level and already starts working with frequency, and it clears out the limbic system of the trauma. So, I mean, I went from my skin had 28 trauma markers, and after using the kit, just the regular premium kit, I went from 28 markers to 4 markers in 16 weeks. And I dropped 80 pounds and I got off 33 meds. So I know 16 weeks isn't instant, but we have seen instant too. We've seen people just like on the table with a raindrop or with an emotional release, like completely. We just did a raindrop training, and at the emotional release, someone like literally just had a memory of something that happened to him. What was that girl, Tracy? What was her thing? It was how many years back with her mom or something? And like that's gone now. Like just gone. I mean,
Cleared.
how long was she on the table? Less than an hour?
Yeah.
Something that had been bothering her and her generation and all her family. And then when we clear us, we're clearing our kids because our cells are in their cells and there's an entrainment and an entanglement. So
Yeah.
anything I clear on me, my children, it goes away automatically.
Yeah. And see, that's the kind of stuff I really want to get more into. Versus the traditional methods
Come
and
back,
learning
come
all the
back, come
trauma
back, come back.
therapies and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been really thinking about it this last 6 months. Like, where do I want to go with my practice, and you know, what is currently available to me where I can maybe make a transition.
Yeah, I know Renee is a teacher by trade, but she's trying to make that transition too with raindrop and emotional release. And you want to share, Renee?
Yeah, I'm hoping that I can stop teaching and just, work on this and do this and, doing the specials like Sharnael said, okay, if you buy a kit, and you come under me, then you'll get a discount on the raindrop. Or, if you sign up, if I have other prospects, if you sign up, I'll give you a raindrop for free. It's something I can add to my people. Just for buying like a regular kit. Doesn't even have to be a raindrop kit. So
And permission to coach. Language, one thing I don't like to say, if you sign up under me.
oh, sorry. Cancel
Eh,
clear.
No, it's okay. Because that to me, people have a fear of MLMs.
Yeah.
I did. So I don't like to, when people go, oh, I don't do MLMs. I always explain, no. You don't have to work for us. You don't have to be in an MLM. You could just be a member. People,
Okay. So
member isn't as scary because member is like, I always actually say a member like Costco or member like Sam's, because there's no obligation there. If you say under me, people get scared and they think, shit, I'm doing an MLM. I'm gonna have to buy every month. Now I'm like committed. I don't have time. People are busy and they think under me, they think, oh, I'm in this now. Like, I don't have time for that. And it's not wrong or right. I'm glad you said that, because I used to say that. And when I made that transition and said, no, we can get you on wholesale and you'll be a member just like Sam's. That
Okay.
people
Thank you.
like completely shifted and they're like, oh, okay, I'm cool with that. But they just didn't want a job. People are like, I don't want another job. I'm too busy for another job. I'm not going to go sell this door to door. I'm not going to have a Mary Kay sign in a car. And like, you know what I mean? So I would say, like, if you join my team, or if you join with me, or if you partner with me, or if you become a member with me, or I don't, there's different ways to say it. You guys might have a better way. Because I have a practice, I'll say, hey, if you join with our practice, or if you join with me, then I can get you the 25% off wholesale. And people are like, oh, wholesale. I like wholesale. Everyone wants to save money right now. So why not? Hey, Miss Anna. Any other questions? And then we'll pop off, because I don't want to keep it.
I have a question about swag. Where can we
Yes.
get swag?
I will put a whole list up, because there's so many different places. Young Living Gear, Life Science is closed now. Mom, do you know what places have swag now? I don't know if she can hear me. Mama, you there?
Here, I can unmute. I couldn't unmute.
Okay. Do you know where? Because Life Science is gone, right?
Yeah. I will. There is seedsofTime.com. They have something, but I don't know how much. And depending on your size, I got lots of shirts you can have, Renee. Got lots of.
I have so much stuff too. I have hats, I have bottles, I have bags. If anybody, I can just take some pictures of stuff that we have in storage. I have cleaned out a bunch of stuff because I'm trying to make room for the clinic. I could just take a bunch of stuff and take pictures of it and put it in the group. I have water bottles. I have old books that are new, but I mean old and age and non-compliant stuff. And by the way, if you sign up people and you're looking for the reference guides that actually still have all the cancer information, I have about 15 left. I have a few I have some older books that you cannot buy anymore. They're out of print. That's what I mean old. They're brand new, never been opened. A lot of them are still in saran, like the wrap. But if you want to get people that need to be equipped and have that in their house, because if we don't have internet, this is going to be all we have. And these are resources that explain how to beat cancer. And you're not going to find that anywhere. If you can find it on eBay or Amazon, I've seen some of these books, some at $700, $800. So that's okay, Anna. We love you, and I'm gonna have the recording put in the group because I think there's some great tips for you. Do you have any questions? Anybody who's been on? Just because, Anna, you probably have questions, but I might have answered them already. Lee,
A
Sorry.
question.
yes.
Okay, so I am part of, oh my goodness. I am part of I guess it's the compliance page, Young Living's compliance page. And it tells you, say this, not that. can we just post those? Is that allowed? Because
Yeah.
in there, it tells you kind of what it does that we're not allowed to say.
Anything that Young Living says, I say.
Okay,
Just because if they already know that this is compliant, then I'm just gonna copy that.
okay. Very good.
Super easy, easy to get content from them, and then I don't have to think about even what I'm gonna say, because I'm just gonna copy what they say. Literally paste.
And two, since I'm off mute, any of you guys are invited to a meeting I'm having next Saturday. And instead of having it at the Dale Carnegie Building, I'm having it in my home. So Leah, I know I don't know how far away you are, but you're totally welcome to come and advertise what you do at Sharnael's. And I'm having Lisa um, do a class. And but if you're there, I would love you to stand up and say what you do at Sharnael's or what you do wherever. And so is Renee going to. And my meeting's going to be from 10 to 12.
And Melissa, you're what, 2 hours away if you want to come visit?
Yeah, I'll try if you guys like post it or something to remind me, because I know I'm supposed to be doing my son's birthday party this weekend, so it may be a conflict. He's turning 12.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
It's the 8th, right?
Yeah, it's the 8th from 10 to 12.
Okay. Happy birthday that's a big deal. Don't miss your son's birthday. It's fine.
No, no.
So that's an in-person meeting?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, and we have
I used to have them every month, but I've changed it now to quarterly. When COVID happened, we had to stop for a while, but now I'm doing it quarterly. So there'll be one on September, the second Saturday, and there'll be one in November, the second Saturday.
also,
Okay.
also another thing that's coming up that we need to remember, or that I need to remind you guys, two things actually. Right now, if we sign up anyone this month, they're having a thing where you get what is it? Let me see. There's some incentives for signups.
Yeah, I don't know what the first one is. The second one is Zing, and the third one is a pretty carrying case of some sort.
Yeah.
But if you
Enroll
go to
one, you get peppermint. If you enroll two, you get a whole thing, a zing. And if you enroll three, you get a bag. Plus all the, you get all three things.
But
So
the main thing is just always go to Sharnael's Team Swiftfire because she's going to promote whatever is going on there, and I try to post whatever I have in not just oils and in Team Swiftfire. So there'll be stuff that I'm going to be posting in the next. Well, I'll be trying to post something every day now that I got my computer working yesterday.
the other thing is, the last thing I want to mention before we get off is the reset, the Ningxia Red thing, which I know Renee and I are going to do it. I don't know if have you done it, Anna? Are you doing it again?
I have done it since, well, it used to be the Jumpstart way back since March of last year. And I've gone down quite a few pant size. So I'm pretty happy. But no, I haven't done it in the last couple months. I was doing the liver detox that Martha was doing, and all of a sudden I gained 5 pounds back.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so don't do her. I mean, I was trying to give it a shot. I've done your liver detox and I have had great luck with that.
Yeah, by the way, everyone who signs up, that's one of the videos too, is the liver cleanse. You get that free. There's a whole group that's just free to your
Yes.
team. Again, I charge 77 on my website, but it's free to you guys. But yeah, they're doing there's certain things to buy as far as Ningxia Red and all that. I know they're doing one in June. I'm leaving to go out of the country on the 5th. And I am not going to start a diet before I go out of the country for 11 days. So I'm going to start it in July. And I'll have to look to see when in July it is. But what is it called? Is it the reset? I know there's different names. What is it? The
It's a reset.
Yeah, Martha has one that's called the 11-day Jumpstart, but then Young Living has the reset.
Okay. So the
And you
reset,
can buy the reset from Young Living, literally a kit that's called the reset.
yeah, and that can be another kit that people can sign up with if they just want to lose weight. By the way, I know someone that signed up 92 people just getting them on the reset.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. It's July 8th, Sharnael.
July 8th. Okay. How many of you signed up, Anna?
Well, last year doing all this Ninja Red, Jumpstart reset, it's doesn't cost you anything to do the reset now that they came out with the reset box because Young Living's promoting it through the reset groups. And I was paying money before to do the Jumpstart, and now I don't have to pay anything, which is blessing. But the thing is, you can do the reset. Have you done it yet,
Not
Sharnael?
yet. Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh. It is amazing. The bloat that you get gone is
That's
like,
like Colette. Colette's lost a ton of weight, and so is her husband.
yeah, it's
And
just,
she's
it's
signing
amazing.
up people right and left.
I signed up those people from doing that, and I've hit the top three. Last March, it was the top three, and then just in December, I think it was, I was top two in the executives. I mean, I'm not that high up in the rank, but I'm
That's
still
awesome.
doing something. And so it's kind of nice to know that you're actually hitting it. It's fun learning how to share the products. Everybody wants to get healthy. And so the reset is it. It sells itself and it gets people on the loyalty and everything too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because they'd have to buy
Buy
it
it
every
every
month.
month.
Okay, that
Yep.
makes
And Anna lost major pounds. She did. You look great.
Oh, thank you. I'm sewing. I have a baby coming.
yeah.
I
Congratulations.
hair up today, whatever.
Awesome.
But yeah, it's a pretty amazing how your body just drops the inflammation. It's not really a weight loss program. It's more of you're getting the inflammation out of your body. And once the inflammation has gone out of your body, the weight drops off. It's a win-win. You feel so much better.
So I have a
Sleep better,
question.
more energy.
For the reset that is Young Living doing, are they promoting like other products as well? Or is it just the Ningxia box, like the 23 or 53 packets?
What's the reset kit? Let me
It's
see.
51 packets for 129 and you get 129 PVs.
And they're just saying, drink 4 on the first day, 3
No.
on the second day, or what?
It's all lined up in the box. It has a slot that says day 1 and there's 6 sachets.
Okay.
Day 2 has 6 sachets. Day 3 has 6 sachets. So you're drinking 12 ounces on the first 3 days. And then all the rest of the days from day 4 to 10 or 14, you're drinking 3 sachets. So 6 ounces.
The number is 46590. The item number
Okay.
is 46590. So it's only the isn't there, so that's the kit. It's just it's just
the kit. Yeah, it's just the reset. But I recommend to the people that, you're going to need to drink half your body weight in water. So I always tell them to, get some lemon, because you want to put some lemon in your water, or you're going to, even though you're drinking half your body weight in water, you're going to get dehydrated. And so get some electrolytes. We got the Young Living drops. There's energy ones, there's the Sleek Essence. That stuff is really good in your water. It's good for weight loss. So there's a numerous of things that you can put in your water to help you down that water, because that's really important to flush all the inflammation out. So that's the one things that I recommend anyways. Sorry.
Anna, this is Connie. The one question I do have is there's so many Facebook groups out there that say reset. Do you know which one is the correct one?
Okay, so there is the team leaders, just they call them Team YL. And it's not really Young Living, but they call it the Reset Sneak Peek. That's one group. So when you're signing someone up and well, actually you haven't even signed them up, they're just curious. So you stick them in the Reset 14-day Reset Sneak Peek. And then the other one is the 14-day Reset. And then if you're a brand partner, there's the 14-day Reset Leader Hub, Leader something. I don't remember.
Because there's
But
so many. Which one do you tell people to go to?
I tell them to go to, if they're new, I tell them to go to the sneak peek. And then once they sign up, because you can't get them into the regular 14-day reset unless they signed up and bought their reset kit. And
So,
there's a code that helps get them into that one.
so
And there also, if they're not a Facebook person, then you just go to the, I'd have to look it up exactly, but there's a website that through Get Oiling that they had gotten it all together. And there's a lot of, for brand partners, there's a lot of share YL stuff about the reset. I mean, it's really, really put together well. And it's free. It doesn't cost you anything to do it, except for, you know, buy your Ninja Red and do the reset.
I'm definitely doing it in July.
Yeah, it's worth it. I mean, because I've lost the weight and I kept it all off until March. And then in March, I was doing her liver thing. And then all of a sudden I gained 5 pounds back. And I'm like, what just happened? I had been keeping everything off. And then I did something. And so now I just need to regroup and, you know, get back on it again. But, and you know, if you're not going to do there's people that are like, oh, I don't know if I can do the reset. Well, you know what? If you can't do the reset, get the reset bundle anyways. It's the cheapest per ounce. It's like $1.26, I want to say, per ounce. And so you get the reset and just drink 1-2 ounces, you know, pouches, you know, 2 to 4 packages, ounces. There are 2 packages, 2 ounces. One package is 2 ounces. So, you know, basically, you know, drink 1 or 2 pouches, whatever you're comfortable. 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening, whatever you can afford. Anything's better than not drinking it at all, because it's really good for your body.
Oh, I've had people who were dealing with gout that just,
Oh yeah.
it just goes away. The
Yep.
end.
I had somebody that couldn't move their fingers and they did the reset, and all of a sudden she's like, I can move my fingers again. I also recommend a Bobby Approve app, because you're going to want to eat, you know, whichever diet plan you decide to go on, paleo, or it doesn't matter. There's like 6 different plans in the group. And the Bobby Approve app is, my daughter turned me onto that one. You basically scan the barcode of anything that's in your house, in your pantry, everything, and it will tell you, don't approve, it's not approved. You pull up the screen and you click on each thing and it'll tell you, oh, that causes inflammation. Oh, this ingredient is a nasty preservative. This is anything but natural. It tells you exactly what's in the food you're going to buy.
Can you post
What's
that
it-
in the team
what's it called?
square group?
It's called Bobby, and it's for either approved.
Just whenever you get a chance, put it in the group and in the Facebook
Yeah,
group.
I can do
Okay.
that. But man, I'm telling you, that saved me, because I was always in the grocery store going, what do I buy? I never knew what to buy, because it was like all these ingredients, and even if I read the ingredient, I didn't know what it was doing to me. And this just cuts down the chase of, okay, this is good, this is bad.
Do
But go
you,
through your whole kitchen, pantry, everything. And I just took a red marker. Nope. And then the ones that were good, I just put aside with a B on it, you know, so.
do you have a clue, what, with the reset link or whatever. I know there's some way to make a link to share to people. Like we all can go in our back office and there's a link there so you can
But-
share to people. And if there's a brand new person, we can give a 10% discount with everybody that we sign up. But how
Right.
do we make it with the other kits with that link? Isn't there a way to?
So go into Young Living and you find the product that you want. Say it's the reset kit. And then you click on the little heart. And when you click that heart, it'll say make a wish list. And you can create a wish list. And I always say, well, if you want it all just about Ninja Red, then put Ninja Red. And if you want it all the starter bundles, then say starter bundle wish list. And just know when you're putting stuff in that wish list, the first thing that you put in is going to be on the bottom. So put your least favorite stuff in first, and then what you really want people to see on the top, that'd be the last thing that you add. And then once you get that in your share YL, you go down to the little hand with the plant and you click on that, and then you find your little, album that you just made and click on it. And then you will be able to
Share that.
go and share it. There's a share button and it copies the link and you can share it right out. Super easy.
Okay, because I was wanting to get some new people in just for the reset and really do a campaign with it. But I
Mhm.
want them to have something that they could click right away and just go straight. And someone else was saying, "Oh, just do this," and I'm like, I don't know how to do that. So okay,
And the great thing is it's got your number and everything linked right up to you.
so I make a list,
Share, make a wish list. Make a wish list album and then add what you want into it. And then there's a share button right in that album on the top. And it's so easy.
Okay.
Another thing is if you have LifeStep app, they always have a lot of good stuff in that, the LifeStep app. And then you can actually share that and it's already linked up if you're paying for it. I think it's $9.99 a month. But if you pay for it, then it just links your stuff right in there. So cool that is too. Because I was doing the MyYL and that just got confusing and cost too much. And I was just like, I'm not learning anything. The LifeStep app, you actually learn a lot. I mean, you get this and then they got another, you want to learn about this. This is your grapefruit spotlight. This is Ninja Red spotlight, and it's really good.
LifeStep
app. Yeah.
I don't even have that. Okay, cool. That might be a way to get some content, Corey.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of content in there that you can share. Lots.
Okay.
Sorry, I butted in on your Zoom call.
No, I am so glad.
Here I am.
I'm so glad you joined us because I was like, this is great stuff that I didn't know anything about that I've been wanting to know myself. So, but I know you guys got to go, and I don't want to make this so long that if someone sees an hour and a half, they're like, I'm not even watching that. But but hopefully you guys can share this with some people on your team, and I'm gonna put it in there. And if you don't mind, like maybe just comment and go, "Hey, great meeting" or something to encourage people to watch it, and because I think this has been helpful. Just me listening to Anna, let alone you guys and hearing your story and the kind of where you're at. But any final question before we hop off? Well, if you guys have any questions that you think about personally, or if you're interested in working with me, like I'm going out of town the 5th and I won't be back till the 16th. But if any of you guys are literally going, you know what? I want some accountability. I want to do this. I want to take this by the horns and I really want to do this as a business. And I will work with you personally. Like I am offering myself to coach you in any way. We can meet once a week. We can do whatever we need to do to help. I can help promote what you're doing, and just be like a guide in any way. If this is something that you're really serious about, then I'm definitely interested in helping you. So love you guys. Thanks for showing up today. Leaders always show up. And I'm also going to have Marcella come in and do a meeting on oral health in the next 30 days, or maybe maybe July. So be on the lookout for that. And love you guys. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Bye.
Love you too. Bye.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Lee. I didn't get to see your face, but I love you.
All right, thanks y'all. Have a good night.
Bye.